A little disclaimer here, gentlemen. I have a soft spot for anything Italian made. The Spyderco SpyNano here, being made in Menaggio, Italy here, by Lion Steel. As there was this curvaceous Italian girl in Philadelphia I came close to marrying once. Fortunately, I came to my senses and remembered that old saying, happy life, no wife. That's how that saying goes, right, gentlemen? Now, that being said, she certainly is very, very curvaceous in all the right places here, gentlemen. Very, very curvaceous indeed. What, I'm talking about the knife. Well, hello there, gentlemen, and welcome to Gentleman's Caddy. My friends call me Junior. Now, before we get started on this here Spyderco SpyNano and whether I decided to pocket or pack it, be sure to subscribe to the channel as it helps the channel grow. And be sure to smash that there like button. Smash it nice and hard as it tells YouTube you like this here gentleman's work. Now, this here is a flash batch from Spyderco. And if you're not familiar with the flash batch series, I believe they may do one batch a year of a very limited number of a particular knife. And it's usually a one-off and never done again. And usually it's done in quantities of 2,000 here. All are going to be individually serialized, and this happens to be number 1923 of 2000. Now you can see it's laser etched there in the interior of the titanium side of the handle of the titanium slab. So that's number 1923 there. So not a particular special number for me, but it's out of a 2000 batch, so very limited number there in terms of overall quantity of how many knives they're making. Now, this is a knife that was inspired by the Lion Steel Nano. Now, this is a collaboration, obviously, between Spyderco and Lion Steel. So it's going to have a different take on it. A little bit of Spyderco and a little bit of Lion Steel in it. And to me, actually, it visually takes me back to the Lion Steel SR series. Now, I actually happen to have an SR2 here available just for comparison purposes. So it has that similar drop point profile. And you can see the similarities there aesthetically there. And it actually, even more so to me, harkens back to the first collaboration between Spyderco and Lion Steel, and that being the Lion Spy. Now you can definitely pick up that visual comparison there between these two here. Obviously, there's a big size comparison, obviously, and also this being a flipper platform, and this being just using the Spyderco opening there, the opening hole. So you can definitely see the design iterations there through over the years. Now, Spyderco did produce another flash batch last year of what was called the Spy Moto, which was a larger version of the SpyNano. I did not get my hands on that there, fella. I would have liked to, but it was just a larger version of this here model in the same material, same blade steel, same color scheme. Everything was the same, just larger platform there. Now, I do have to say that Lion Steel as a knife manufacturer is very much underappreciated in the knife world. The Lion Steel SR series, and this here being the SR2, as I said, truly made its mark in the knife world, with the handle, as we all know, being milled from a single piece, in this case of titanium, and also they made them in aluminium, combined with the roto-lock, which was a patent there from Lion Steel. They truly do not get enough accolades there from the knife community, as I believe they should. They truly are up there with the old-time greats in my eyes. Now, before we continue and start looking at the specifications on the SpyNano, let's take a quick break and hear from the Ozark line, the channel's new sponsor. In the fields of architecture, engineering, design, and construction, precision is paramount. Professionals often find themselves in situations where having the right tools at their disposal can significantly impact their work efficiency and accuracy. Arc carry and civil carry were conceived from the recognition of a common challenge faced by architects, engineers, builders, drafters, fabricators, and suppliers: the need for a portable and accessible scow. Now consider the scenario of ascending to the roof of a building with the roof plan in hand, only to realize that you left your scow in the car. Well, that's been me countless times. Such moments can lead to unnecessary delays and inaccuracies in measurements. This highlights the importance of having a reliable and easily transportable measuring device. Now, Arc Carry is designed as the only 3-inch everyday carry wallet-sized scow on the market. This innovative design ensures that professionals are never caught without a scow. And for everyone else, well, the Ozark line has a variety of rulers to stay accurate on the go. Head on over to Ozark Line, an exclusive partner with Etsy, at etsy.com/shop/Ozark Line, where you'll find a wide array of unique tools and gifts for design professionals on the go you won't find anywhere else. Well, the first thing I noticed when I opened the pouch, and yes, you do get a pouch here from Spyderco versus the box, the standard box, and a little Flashbacks series pamphlet inside here. The first thing I noticed when I opened this here little fella up is how wonderful the action is on the flipping mechanism here. It's riding on ball-bearing pivot washers, and it's very, very smooth. It's very smooth indeed. It's just fantastic in hand. It just glides out. It's just wonderful. The first time I opened it, beautiful action there. The second thing I noticed here was the fit and finish is absolutely phenomenal. Lion Steel has truly mastered all the smoothing of all the lines. It's just fantastic in hand. The ergos are wonderful here, absolutely beautiful. You can see how they milled and smoothed out all these surfaces. There is absolutely no hot spot on this here fella. It's absolutely feels fantastic in hand. Everything down to the Spyderco hole itself has also been, looks like, smoothed out, so there's no sharp edges here anywhere. I can't find a sharp edge anyway here, so that's really fantastic. One of the interesting features of the SpyNano is the ability to move the flipper here. Now you can remove that there with the standard Torx screwdriver here, and just have a regular opening and closing using just the thumb hole here from Spyderco. So that's a nice option there, and that goes back to the original Lion Steel Nano version there. The pocket clip is reversible, which is nice. To either side. Just remove that there with the screw there. Now this here is a sub 3-inch blade. The actual cutting length here, I believe, if I remember if the specs are correct, yes, I'd say about 2 5/8 inch there on the cutting edge here. So it's a sub 3-inch blade there, which is nice. It's a tiny platform overall. So if you're looking for something smaller, I think this here fits that very well. Now this is a drop point blade. It's in a flat grind, as you can tell here. Nice satin finish, beautifully done. The fit and finish is fantastic here, and this is probably the best I've seen out of Lion Steel, having had a few of their knives. They really have mastered it all. You can see this here floating back spacer here, and it's in G10, it looks like. That's very well done. Overall, it's fantastic there. You can see on the one side here we have green canvas micarta, and on the other here we have a titanium slab here. So you can see they tried to match the overall style here. There's milling lines here where we are essentially chamfered down there for ergonomic purposes. So essentially trying to match it on both sides, only it's a different material. So the locking mechanism, obviously, as we all know, this is a RIL or Reeve Integral Lock, frame lock, as we've all come to know and love over the years. Now this fella is also very light. I remember from the specs it was only 2.9 ounces here. So that's a small, light fella indeed here. Very tiny package. Now the steel is the biggest thing that drew me to this here knife. Now this here is M398. Now that's Bowler's stainless steel. Now that's an upgrade from the M390, which I've come across over the years as well, which has been a fantastic performer for me. And essentially they would categorize it as being similar to Crucible's CPM 20CV steel. Now, not having much experience here with the M398 here, as you can see Spyderco laser engraved the steel there, is being an evolution of the M390. They're saying it offers a improved wear resistance due to higher carbon and vanadium content. Now that's supposed to enhance the edge retention of the steel itself. However, from what I understand, M398, as everything else, this double-edged sword, may have slightly less toughness compared to M390. But we'll see. I'll put it to the test as the days and months come and go. So that all being said, I'm looking forward to using M398 because I have not had any experience with that there steel. So overall, I really do enjoy the way this here feels in hand. As I said, the first thing that I really drew me to it, number one was the flipper, and number two was how smooth everything is. The fit and finish was just fantastic in hand. A really wonderfully made Italian piece here by Lion Steel and Spyderco. It's nice to see too the Spyderco. Well, I know Lion Steel does offer this reversible clip here, and that's actually one of my favorite type of clips here, as it's deep carry. I was going to say someone at Spyderco has been listening, but Lion Steel, as you can see on the SR2 model, also offered that reversible clip here. The only difference being, which I actually appreciate, is that you needed their special tool to remove that clip and reverse it. Now on the SpyMoto here, you could just use a regular Torx driver to reverse it, which is nice. So it matches the overall disassembly when you take down the knife to clean it or maintain it. So you can just use the same tools. So that's very nice. I like that upgrade there. That's much better than the previous versions, iterations there. So the price is actually around say 200 to 250, depending on where you find this here fella. It may be a little bit more on the secondary markets, as it usually is, and considering it's a flash batch. But actually, that's not a bad price. I think that's actually in the sweet spot, considering the materials, the blade steel, which you don't see every day there in many knives, the fit and finish, and this being made in Italy. It's only going to, everything coming out of Europe is only going to continue to go up. Who knows what the tariffs have coming for us in terms of price. So I think it's actually in that sweet spot of the 2 to 250 range in USD there. So I really do have to give them props for that price point, considering what you're getting here. It's a phenomenal deal in my mind, actually. So that all being said, will I keep this here little fella here? Now that all being said, I have decided to pocket her. Now you may be saying, Junior, you have larger hands. This is a small knife. What gives? Well, I happen to have a preference for small Italian knives. It's just a fun little knife. It really is. I guess I'm just a weird fella where I tend to like the extremes of very large and very small. And with the combination of high quality materials here and steel that I have not come across, you don't see on on knives every day there. and I've not used. I think it's just an absolute unique collaborative knife that I plan on adding to my small rotation of everyday carry knives. It doesn't hurt also that it's in green, which happens to be my favorite color, and canvas micarta, which feels fantastic, by the way, here in hand. Happens to also be my favorite handle material. Well, you let me know your thoughts, gentlemen, in the comments below. If there's a knife or a piece of EDC gear you're interested in and you think I should take a look at it, let me know in the comments as well. Well, have a great day or night, wherever and whenever you are. Thanks for watching, gentlemen.